You may have heard some strong and offensive language tonight. If you've seen the film I Swear, you will know that film is about the experience of a person with Tourette syndrome. Tourette syndrome is a disability, and the tics you've heard tonight are involuntary, which means the person who has Tourette syndrome has no control over their language. We apologise if you were offended.
All stories alleged. For gossip and entertainment only. Let's get started.
Hello, gossiper. Sharoni here. So 2 days ago, I posted about the incident in England, right? At the BAFTA award, where Michael B. Jordan and Delroy Lindo, they went up to make the first presentation of the night. Not presentation, to present the first award of the night to the winner in the category. Anyways, there's a man there and he has Tourette syndrome. And during them speaking, his name is John Davidson. During them speaking, you could hear when he yelled out the word N, right? With the ER. Not the A, like when, rappers and people like that, but with the ER. And come to find out that there was another person there who won an award, and they said free Palestine. Hopefully this doesn't get taken down for that. And they cut that out. Now, what I did not know was this was a taped event. So it wasn't live where they couldn't have done anything, or they have those, kind of delay, seconds delay. No, this was something that was taped. They edited out the free Palestine, but then they kept in the N word. Now people are saying that was intentional. And thinking about it now, that's what it sounds like. You have that moment. And I'm sure it went through different channels with watching and editing. And you're telling me all those people who listened and watch and edited didn't know that word? Now, I don't know what racism is like in England, right? So the BBC is under fire, and even Delroy Lindo came out and said that they didn't even apologize after the event. Now, with Alan Cumming, who hosts the BAFTA, it's their equivalent to the Oscars in the US. He came out and he said, if anyone was offended. And we're like, if anyone was offended? What kind of apology is that? But what they failed to tell us, even though this was the worst, he was also cursing, F word, everything like that. There were 2 other incidents with 2 women of color, black women, where the N word was used. One of the ladies, I'm not quite sure if she said it was the pre-BAFTA dinner or the after BAFTA dinner. And then another black lady also said the N word too. And like people are saying, that word out of so many words. And then you have people from the Tourette syndrome community coming out, some of them saying, it's a neurological disease, and you just don't know when something is going to be blurted out. Now, Jamie Foxx said he's not buying it. And again, this was pre-recorded, so they had enough time to take it out. So we're just going to read a quick article with TMZ because now they're under fire. People are speaking. And to see that it happened to those 2 gentlemen and no apology, then those people, and the sad thing is that this man now, what's his name? Davidson, John Davidson, you're going to have his black friends or black people who know him come out and say, he never said that around us. We don't know him to do that. No, there's always a first for everything. And that had to be a word that was on his mind. Why all of a sudden, if he never did it to you, his black friends or co-workers or black people he hanged around with, then why all of a sudden, national, you say it? Unless as a friend he said it, but you're like, oh, David, I know you don't mean it, but you can't, you can't go out there and say it. I mean, John, you can't go out there and say it, because they're gonna do that. Bring out black people who are around him, work with him, to say he's never called us that. So look for that coming. Anyways, it says the BBC is under fire for failing to edit out the N-word from its broadcast of the BAFTAs, though the organization has reportedly told employees it did catch another slur. Here's the deal. Kate Phillips, the chief content officer for the British Broadcasting Company, sent an email to staff members apologizing that the racial slur involuntarily thrown at Michael B. Jordan and Delroy Lindo by Tourette's activist John Davidson wasn't edited out of the broadcast. Again, why wasn't it edited? However, Phillips also seemingly praised the editors in the staff email because they removed another racial slur from the broadcast. Now, you see, that's where stuff like that pisses me off. What other racial slur did they remove? If it's not the N-word, then what other word did they remove? And did not want to remove the N-word, the one that would affect more. Especially, as I said, I don't know what it's like in England with racism, but you have 2 American black actors on there, and it's said to them. Anyways, Davidson himself also addressed the controversy in a public statement in which he wrote, "I am and always have been deeply mortified if anyone considers my involuntary tics to be intentional or carry any meaning." So that's what he is saying. But I think they said the president of the BAFTA awards, if he resigned or something like that, and then Lindo told Vanity Fair that no one from the BAFTA checked in on him or Michael B. Jordan after the incident, like I said earlier. And he said he wished someone had. You know what I'm saying? The BAFTA issued a formal apology Monday morning. That is not good enough. Again, what other racial word did they cut out and not the N-word, the one that stings when it comes to Black American, African American? Gossipers, what are your thoughts? So this is another post from John Davidson. He said, "I wanted to thank BAFTA and everyone involved in the awards last night for their support and understanding. I appreciated the announcement to the auditorium in advance of the recording." Yeah, before I finish it, they said that they did let the audience member know that he's in the audience because he was there because the actor who played him in a movie won an award. So he was there as support. And they did let the audience know in ahead of time that he was there, and words and stuff will be blurted out. I heard that a lot of F word was. Now back to where he's saying, "I'm deeply mortified if anyone considered my involuntary tics to be intentional or carry any meaning. My tics are involuntary and are not a reflection of my personal beliefs." So I did read that earlier. But yes, the audience was told, but still, that word. So now you have this, I think she's an actress. Her name is Bailyn Dupree. And I think she also has Tourette syndrome. And she is saying, hold on. She released a statement in regards to what happened on Sunday. And she said, hold on, guys, hold on. I have it in front of me here. She said, "When you live with this disorder, you lose control of your own voice sometimes, and that is a terrifying thing. Tics are not thoughts. They are not opinions. They are not secret beliefs hiding underneath the surface. They are involuntarily neurological impulses, like a sneeze or a hiccup, except sometimes they attach themselves to words that carry weight, history, and pain. Can you imagine how heartbroken it is to say something you don't mean? To hear a word come out of your own mouth, and feel immediate shame. To want to crawl out of your own body because your brain betrayed you. People think if a slur comes out, it must reflect what's in your heart. But Tourette's doesn't pull from hatred. It often pulls from anxiety, from fear, from the very thing you're most scared of saying. The brain misfires on what feels charged or taboo. It doesn't excuse the hurt a word carries. Words matter. History matters. Pain matters. But so does neurological reality. She's also asking people to remember that tics doesn't come from the heart. They come from the brain making mistakes. So, and like I said in the short, Jamie Foxx have insisted he meant to use the slur. A contention Balin clearly disagrees with. So she does not agree with Jamie Foxx, but then again, they need to go after the BAFTA committee. Again, if it's a word that could have been edited out, why didn't they do that instead? Maybe they wanted attention. They know this would garner attention, and it did. People are talking about it. But then at the detriment of people who knows what that word carries. That's why even with rappers and people who are talking and they use the A, the A at the end, I don't like it. But who am I to tell people what to do, right? Anyways, gossipers, please like, share, subscribe. Tell me your thoughts. Thank you. So, gossipers, before we go, to date, Michael B. Jordan or Delroy Lindo hasn't come out to say that they apologize to them personally. But as of February 24th, 2026, filmmaker and BAFTA emerging talent judge John T. Richardson has resigned following the organization's handling of the incident at the 2026 Film Awards, where a guest with Tourette syndrome shouted a racial slur. Richardson criticized BAFTA for failing to protect Black guests and for their, in his view, inadequate response to the incident. So he's resigning because he said that, they're not taking accountability and that they failed to protect the Black guests. Again, they said that John Davidson, the crowd was told about him and his Tourette syndrome. So, gossipers, what are your thoughts? BAFTA, they're saying, they apologize for the incident and that they're taking full responsibility for the situation and acknowledging the harm this has caused, right? But again, they could have edited it out of the broadcast. Gossipers, your thoughts?